Ryukyu Kempo Karate has to be none other than Grandmaster George Dillman's achievement. He's actually was able to take the cat out of the bag and teach the rest of us all the applications of pressure point fighting and change the quality of martial arts in general. But of course, I have to thank my own teacher first, Timothy Lee Snedeker. Professor Wally J. Small Circle Jujitsu, it's a wonderful tool to learn and to grapple with the basics of Judo and of course Jiu-Jitsu. They've actually opened up a new level in martial arts. Professor Remy Priest's Modern Arnis is a wonderful tool, a Filipino art that everybody should learn. I thank Ken Smith for what he taught me.
Hopefully I get your interest, and first of all, I want you to subscribe, check us out on the web, and of course, join us. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 8:30. We teach 3 arts under the same roof, under the same curriculum. We teach Wing Chun Kuen, Kung Fu, Bruce Lee's first art. Also, we teach Small Circle Jujitsu. Actually, none other than the famous and renowned martial artist, Professor Wally J. Professor Wally J. Actually taught this directly to my sensei, and I'm actually underneath him as well. So this is something that it's good because we're using all of the grapplings that some other martial arts only dream to use. And we're doing pressure points applications, something that I learned from none other than George Dillman. Thanks to Professor Dillman, we have all these things. We have the cat out of the bag, we have all the secret points. So come and join us. And tonight, we're doing Professor Remy Priest's Modern Arnis. This is a baston, and this is actually what we do, and we are learning to fight with our arnis, with our baston as a weapon. And the coolest thing is that you don't have to have a stick. You can actually grab a magazine, just pull it up like that, and there you have a weapon. Like in that movie, the Bond Supremacy, the one that he's in London, in Paris. Matt Damon's in Paris. He grabs a magazine and he fights the other guy. Well, this is the same principle. It's a baston. Okay? So come and join us.
Judo was actually my first passion. I started Judo back in 1978, and I fell in love with it since the very first day. Without it, I wouldn't have the base and the foundation that I have, and the respect that I have for martial arts in general.
Over the head motion. Boom. Again, I want to use my hand to blind his sight. Or get him here if I need to. Just throw those fingers like I'm throwing grass at his boom. So those fingers are going slapping him to get him up to the, oh, what's going on? At the same time, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go, he falls.
Wing Chun Kuen, of course, Bruce Lee's first start. Mind-blowing. The very first time that I practiced Wing Chun, I had a hole through my head. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Being able to learn Yet Men's lineage through the hands and the teachings of Shifu Fong is wonderful. I really thank him for that.
But he hit. Oh, wow. I just noticed that he's hitting. I don't have a chance to move. Boom. Now I hit my body. Because hit. Oh, I can get out of the way. Hit. Oh, look. Oh. Now I notice that he's moving. I noticed too late. Okay? So it depends on how early in the game I realize that I'm being attacked and how much time I have to respond to that attack. Maybe I see him and I'm looking at him across the room and he hits and I boom and I can go in. I'm moving out of the way, I'm getting out of it, but now this is hit. I want to go better on the outside because if I go here, boom, now I got to deal with that hand.
I like to think that I've been very fortunate to have learned from different people to be at the right time at the right place, to have learned different martial arts to become a better martial artist, better person, and a better human being. I have to thank people, of course, like Leon J, who have passed down all the knowledge from his father. People, of course, like a overachieved martial artist like Josh Moore. And of course, last but not least, my own teacher, Timothy Lee Snedeker, that has allowed me to carry his own torch for a new generation. 30 years he's been my teacher, and I have to thank him for that. So this is where I ask you to step up. Step up and join us today. I also like to thank none other than Will Higginbotham, which has allowed us to carry his own name in our dojo. He has taught me how to teach seminars. Also, last but not least, very important, I have to thank none other than George Dillman. People that have taught me a lot, like, of course, Chris Thomas. And, of course, a handful of other martial artists that have allowed me to be a better person, to actually pass down the knowledge that I've received from my own teacher down to my students, and make the new generations of martial artists better and more complete. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe on the different media platforms and join us here at the dojo.